Started raining outside.
And we are live. Assalamu alaikum and hello and good day. I hope wherever you are having a very lovely day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is 𝐼𝐻𝐻 going live in another episode of Road to Goals. Wherever you are watching us from, please let me introduce myself first. I'm 𝐼𝐻𝐻. I was born and raised in Bangladesh, where I'm currently located, but I've studied, lived, and worked in Germany and Australia as well. I'm a permanent resident of Australia. I'm a biologist by profession, a husband, father of a baby girl, and a digital business mentor. So I help people learn how to use various social media and be able to run a comfortable business from a time and place of their own choice. In a series of conversation, we are bringing people from all over the world, from different backgrounds, to know their stories, why they joined the business, and what they have achieved or what they are looking forward to achieve from this business, and also to educate and inspire our viewers to take action. So as usual, I've got my co-host, Brother Amin, all the way from Sydney. I've got another brother, Brother Asif. He happens to be a compatriot of mine, so he's from Sydney as well, and Sister here from New York. So without further ado, I'd now like to hand over the mic to Brother Amin, and he's then going to invite our guest. Welcome our guest, actually. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you doing?
Walaikum salam, Brother 𝐼𝐻𝐻. Alhamdulillah, good. Thank you for organizing this session as usual. We have two special guests joining us from Sydney, a fellow Sydneyite, and also here from New York. So for those who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Amin Dole. I'm originally from Sri Lanka. Moved to Australia 12 years ago with my family. Xenia and my wife Xenia and I are both accountants by profession. We run the business together. So I would like to invite, I'm going kind of anti-clockwise on the screen. So I would like to, while welcoming our special guest today, I would like to ask Sister Hira to give a brief introduction about herself, and then we move on to Brother Asif and get to know them both before we really jump into the session. Sister Hira, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Amin. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Hira. I was raised in New York City. I'm a mother and a wife and a daughter. I'm a first-generation Muslim American immigrant female living in what I call the frenzied cosmopolitan urban jungle. New York City, like everyone and everything that you can ever imagine is here. But alhamdulillah, raised as a practicing Muslim here. And I have two wonderful daughters, and this business has completely changed my life. Yeah.
Thank you, Sister Hira, for that wonderful introduction. We move on to Brother Asif, who's also from Sydney. I'm keen to understand where exactly in Sydney are you from, because we might be living close by to each other as well.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, look,
over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. I mean, look, I'm based in Southwest Sydney, so I'm in Campbelltown area. So it's about 45 minutes drive from the Sydney CBD location.
Okay.
As you can see, the property prices is way high at the moment, and so we can't afford to live close to the CBD, so we have to
experiencing
compromise
a little bit
that. So actually,
a delay from Brother Asif. I'm not really sure whether it's a network issue.
Yeah, can you hear me okay now? Hello.
It's a bit intermittent, Brother Asif. Yeah. I think there is a breakdown in the connection. Go ahead. I think we can see you your movements right now.
Yeah, from my side, I can hear. Sister Hira, can you hear Brother Asif well?
Yes, I can hear you, Brother Asif. I can hear you very well.
Yeah, okay. Is it, Brother? I mean, you are away a little bit from the Wi-Fi, or because of the rain, there is some interruption in
it could be
connection over there.
Yeah, it looks okay now, Brother Asif. Go ahead. Sorry.
Please proceed.
Right. Look, let me know if it cuts off or there's some intermittent issues. Let me know so that I can sort things out, because I've got a Bluetooth headset. I'm also using it, so it might be it's interfering. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So look, hi guys. My name is Asif. I'm based in Sydney. I was born and brought up in Bangladesh. I came here in Sydney back in 2003 as to finish my research. I'm professionally an engineer, so I work as an engineer for a service providing company. I'm also a dad of an 8 years old boy who's just sitting right behind me. He's hiding his face. I'm just picking him up from his school. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Then back to Mainul.
Yeah, thanks, brother Steve and sister Hira for giving some brief information about yourself. So just for the viewers that you could see that business on the go, brother Asif is picking up his son and he's still joined the business conversation. That's how much flexible it is. Okay. Nevertheless, let's continue our conversation. So sister Hira, what is the reason that you joined this particular business? And obviously then brother Asif, brother Amin, if you could add something later on, and then I'm going to add something. So starting with sister here, please. Why did you join this business? Why were you looking for an online business and this particular business model actually over other business model?
Sure. So let's break that question down. I'm an educator by profession, and also dwelled in the medical field and a lot of other things. But a few years ago, I got chronically ill. I became very sick after the birth of my second daughter. And at that time, I realized how important it was to have a plan B, because when you're not able to work and, when you're going through your savings like they're flowing water, raising, children is not, it's a very expensive feat. So when I got sick, I realized how important it was to have a plan B, and something that was flexible, something that I could do from home, something that I can do while still being able to raise my daughters with the character and values that, I want them to have. I wanted to be close to them because being sick and being in the hospital, being away is not easy. So I realized I don't want that, as they're growing older. So that's when I started looking for something digital, something online, something that I can do from home. And I've always dreamed of being my own boss, honestly. So I have tried, different e-commerce and made products. But when I came across this business model, when I came across, what this business has to offer, I realized how much integrity and support this business model gives us, that other business models or other people who are advertising their business models don't actually give. So there's a lot of, very hidden underlying terms and conditions that come with other business models and other, people that are selling their courses or their businesses. But this is a very transparent business. So there's a lot of support, and there's a very huge community here that supports each other. It's not competitive. It's your own business. You are your own boss. You make it what you want it to be. And that's something that I appreciated. And just us being here together talking about this business shows what a supportive community we have and how global it is, because look at all of us. We're from different places all around the world, yet we are still working on the same thing. We all have our individual goals, but we are going through the same system to get to our goals. So that's why I found this business, very attractive, and I found the integrity in this business, which is very important for me. That's why I started this business. It's digital, something I can do from home, something that I can do on my own time. It's flexible, and there is a community.
Yeah, brother Asif, over to you again. The same question, just to remind you that why did you join an online business, and why did you choose this particular business model? And then brother Amin and I'll add something.
Sure. Look, I've been searching for this for quite a long time. When the COVID hits back in 2019, I had my hours cut down from my work. So I was kind of struggling to balance my work life and financial commitments as well. So I did my sort of research. I was actually looking for something that I can have my own back in 2019 when the COVID hits. And I actually found few options in online. There are other platforms that are available. Like I was thinking at some point, I was talking about drop shipping. Like, yeah, as you know, like a lot of people are doing drop shipping business, which can be done online. But then I sort of found something. I saw a webinar while I was browsing Facebook, and I saw someone was talking about this new business model that they are actually available, and that you can actually do it from your own time, free time, and you can do it from work, from your home, if you are into an online business sort of opportunities. And so I actually watched the webinar, and then I sort of kind of interested to get to know more about the business. So I actually joined one of the coach who approached me. And yeah, so my wife is also in this same business as well. So you may know 𝒕𝒊𝒓𝒆 she actually showed me some from webinar, so I actually participated in there and get to know more details about it. And the flexibility of this business is you can actually get to learn while you're doing the business. There are many coach available so that you can talk to them to learn the business, and then you can actually grow with the actual team as well. And there are some mentors available there as well, so you can reach out to anyone you like. It's an open platform, and yeah, that's kind of triggered me. Like, you're not actually doing it just by yourself. There is a big team out there to help you, to guide you through. You're not going to be alone, basically. That sort of gave me a confidence, because I know a lot of people think that doing online thingy, sometimes they kind of get scared, like could be a scam, or they always sort of think, okay, I'm doing it online, and I'm disclosing myself to someone who I don't know. Like, face to face is always our preferences, right? But when you do it online, like, people always a bit shaky to share information. But in this platform, you actually do everything on a digital platform to get to know each other before you even try to do anything financially or sort of a business perspective. So that actually triggers me to come to this business model rather than going to the other business model like drop shippings, Amazons, lots of other options there. So that's kind of triggered me to join this business. And also, at the end of the day, I was trying to make some passive income, so that I can support my family and myself as well. Back to you, Mainul.
Now, Brother Amin, please add. Over to you, Brother Amin. So please add something from your perspective, please.
Yeah, thanks, Brother Manul. I think Sister Hira and Brother Asif also mentioned a lot of stuff that I would also like to mention. I joined the business more than 3 years ago. That was well before the pandemic happened, right? So me and my wife Xenia, we are full-time employed professionals in accounting. We were happy working. I mean, although we had long hours, we were quite okay, settled down with that. But we kind of, at some point in time, we kind of realized it's not gonna cut out for us to work continuously until it was 65 or 67, which is the retiring age in Australia. So at that point in time, we were like trying to figure out something, but we didn't know what it was. We have never done an online business. We didn't know anything about selling, marketing, advertising, and Zine and I never even searched anything on how to set up a business end to end. So all that was quite new. One fine day, I get this advertisement. Probably Apple was listening to our conversations. Somehow, the advertisements, I saw that this lady advertising, saying that, there's a business. We don't have to sell directly. There's no chasing behind people. There's no door-to-door selling. You don't have to advertise products. You don't have to, hold parties to give away samples. There's no buying and selling, and there's no transportation and delivery. And you don't have to, have knowledge of high technology. You don't need prior experience. This business can be done across different time zones. There's no set working hours, and so on and so forth. I was quite intrigued when I saw this advertisement. what is this business you can do, not selling directly. So when I got into details of that, I kind of realized, I found out the lady who advertised, she's also was in Sydney, and she was like living few suburbs away from us. So it gave us kind of a confidence, saying that okay, this person looks real. And then we watched the webinar, as Badaz mentioned, watched the webinar and took the steps to join. So as soon as I joined the community 3 years, I think 3.5 years ago, there was about 9,000 people. Right now, we are over 130,000 people in the community, right? So, I mean, I couldn't kind of believe my eyes when whatever that was happening in the community, people sharing their success stories, people, doing good things for their families, people going on vacations for the first time in a long time with their family, people could afford to buy, new vehicles and, new properties and things like that. So I was like very, very motivated to try out. I mean, for Zini and I, it was at the beginning was like, let's try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then we've not lost anything. At least we would have gained something. So joining the community and seeing what people were achieving, definitely that's something attracted Zini and me to stay on and go on the next steps. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why we kind of invite people to join our webinar. It's free. It's live. You can watch later on as well, twice a week. It's only about 90 minutes time. Um, Watch the webinar and then speak to any of us, so we can help you and guide. I mean, you don't need to know how to do an online business. I mean, the global platform has figured out everything, tested everything, it's working. So people don't have to waste their time trying to figure out what software they need, what tools they need, how to do marketing and things like that. Everything's compacted, everything's there. We just need to spend some time to learn it and make that business our own, add our personal flavor and touch, and then run the business. So that's one of the reasons why we jumped in, and then I'm sure there's why more than 130,000 people also jumped in and joined our community, Brother Mike.
Yeah, and thank you very much for that, Brother Amin. So from my perspective, I mean, obviously, you three have covered most of the things. Just a little bit, or from my side, that in this business, we don't work for someone else. Here, I mean, all of us, we are the brands of our business. So we are the founders of our digital business agencies. But remember that these agencies would not have been founded by our skills or knowledge. I mean, it would have taken us years to figure out how to do all those things. We are leveraging an automated system. We are leveraging various other things from our back-end team, and that made life easier. So we see sort of 90% things are done for us. Only thing that we do is marketing, and that's also doesn't involve, as I said, Brother Amin said, doesn't involve active selling. The other thing here is that we live in a digital era. I mean, everything has gone digital, and social media is part and parcel of life, everyday life. I mean, we can't really imagine. I mean, politics, religion, sports, entertainment, so on and so forth. Everything is in social media. Now, we spend a lot of time in social media, right? So on average, a person spends 2 hours, and mostly people just scroll their news with watching videos, these and that, and these are addictive, and algorithms are designed that way, that as soon as you finish one food blogger's review, and then there is the next one comes up. So what I mean that we're using the same platforms to run a business, and this is a skill. It doesn't matter, we all come from different backgrounds. I have come from a biological background that has nothing to do with sales and marketing, but this is a skill. If you can learn it, which is not also rocket science, very easy to learn, could be very, very useful for yourself. I mean, this is a futuristic skill, because social media is here to stay, and it's only going to get bigger. I mean, you can even take advantage of this skill even when you retire. There is a business that you can run even when you move to another country, even when you're traveling. I mean, because in your job you have to be where you are, right? Most of the cases, unless there's some remote work. But this is the business on the go. It's portable, you can take it anywhere. And another good part is you can leave. I think we all are parents here, so you can leave the business to your next generation as well. They can take over in due course if they want to. So the next question to you, Sister Hira, is that could you please enlighten our viewers about the community? You are now obviously working a huge community. So how do you find that community? please.
Yeah, definitely. So I think, like I mentioned before, the community is increasing, right? There are more and more people joining this business, and that only shows you what a legitimate business it is, because why would people be joining if they didn't believe in it, right? The community is very diverse. There is so much inclusion in the community. You can find people from all over the world, from different backgrounds. And I think the main thing about this business is that community is very supportive. They are there for each other. They're always sharing their knowledge. They're always giving golden nuggets. They're always, giving tips on how to improve. Everybody's rooting for each other, and we have meetings, we have chats, we have, we have like Zoom meetings, everything to help us improve and learn more, whatever is going on in social media, whatever the future holds, new tricks and techniques that we can use to better advertise, to better market, our brand and what we want to our audience to see, how to better reach our audience, right? How to find our niche. So we learn all of these things, through the community, through our teams, through our mentors and coaches. And the community just doesn't involve other members. We actually have a mentor and a coach in this business, and they are the strength, and they are I feel like they're the secret weapon of this business, because not a lot of I've tried other e-commerce and drop shipping. I think like Brother Asif has done a lot of other things, but you don't have that coach there to help you or guide you when you're stuck. You're on your own. Over here, you still have your own business, but you still have someone to reach out to if you're stuck, if you have questions. And that coach also has a coach. So there's no limit to how much you can learn if you want to, go further, if you want to learn more, and if you want to try something different. You have advice from different people who have tried different things. And like Brother Manuel said, the future is digital. And as a mother, I see more and more how the digital era is affecting our children. So it's worth it for us parents to learn about, digital marketing, what marketing does for children, how marketing influences people. Not just for our business, but for how it affects our children. And this way, we can monitor, we can understand. And our children, regardless of how much we try, they're going to go after this digital, everything digital. They're going to go after it because that's all they know. I have like when my daughter was in first grade, randomly she came out of school and she's like, "Mommy, take a picture of me and put it on Instagram. I want to be famous." I'm like, "What? You're 6 years old. What do you know about Instagram? what do you think?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so this is what our children are being raised with. This is what our children are seeing in school. So it benefits us to know about these things too. And when we start this business, we learn about advertising and marketing on different platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. There's one more, Pinterest, right? So
Yeah.
you learn about all of these different platforms. You're going to be, introduced to all of these things. And Brother Manuel, the question was about community, and your community is going to be there to help you, through all of these different platforms, learn advertising and market yourself however you want. So the community is amazing. I mean, I have nothing more to say than the word amazing for everyone. You guys are here, right? We're amazing.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Brother Asif? If we post the same question to you, what do you have to say about the community, the support that you get? I mean, most of us are really new novices to online business. Obviously, we got to learn it from someone. We need some support. How did you get your support, and what do you have to tell about our community too?
No worries. I mean, look, Sister Hira already stole all my words, so but I will try my best to say it in my way. So look, the community, like Sister Hira said, that it's amazing. Of course, it's the community is amazing. There's a group of people who are in the game for quite a long time, and they can actually share their experience when they begin this journey. Okay, so when they started their journey with the online, so they know how they went through in the first 6 months to 12 months. When I know the first critical point is when you are new to the business, people will be always shaky, and they are going into a digital era, and a lot of people will have a lot of questions in their mind. Okay, um, I'm thinking of a new startup point of view. Like the first 6 months to 12 months is a crucial point, right? uh, I know people grow over time and they establish their business over time, but the first 6 to 12 months is critical for any newcomer. So, and the community is always there to support their experience, like how when they started back in, like, say, 5 years ago or 4 years ago, they can actually share their experience, do's and don'ts, and tips and tricks, and all their success stories and down stories as well with those people. If you join the business, and you can actually come up with your own strategy. Once you, like, the community is always there to share this information with the new starter. And at the same time, um, this business and then the group, the coach and mentors that we were talking about over the last 10 minutes. So they know and they overcome these struggles, following their own strategy, and they can actually share their strategy with you so that you can actually take it and fine tune it based on your way of growing in your business. And this is the beauty of it. Like, people are there, even I am, my team, my mentor, my coach, I'm getting help from them. But if I want to reach out to other coach which are not part of my team, who are not part of my team, but I can actually reach out to them. It's an open sort of platform, like I said in the beginning. Like, you can reach out to anyone you like. If they have time, they will share their experience with you, they will guide you through. And we have our own sort of internal chat portal, group chat, and also we do catch up on a weekly basis. Who's doing what and what sort of plan that we have ahead. So it's like Sister Hira said, it's amazing. At the same time, it's very dynamic. Like, they are always try to keep them up to date on the market, because the digital era, it's evolving every single day. Even if you think about Facebook, if you think about YouTube or TikTok, they run their own algorithm and they are enhancing this algorithm every day based on how they wanted to utilize the market of viewers and users. And the team is always up to date onto the current market spec. Thanks. I mean, back to you. I don't want to take long. There are so many other things that I was going to talk about it, but no, we need to stick to the time.
You said amazing. You said everything amazingly. I love the word dynamic, so I'm going to use that. Amazing and dynamic.
Yeah. So, brother, I mean, something from your perspective, if you would, then I'd probably add something.
Yeah, I think Sahira and Asif have added a lot of things. Something I wanted to kind of highlight is how we exchange knowledge or share knowledge with the rest of the team. It doesn't matter whether you joined our community, just a few days ago, a few months ago, or a few years ago, right? We have different forums and ways of making sure our global community gets enough support. For example, if someone who's joined within the last 6 months, we have what we call masterminds for the newbies, and we have another mastermind for people who kind of have been in the business for quite some time. And me as a coach, I have a mastermind that's happening on a monthly basis. And as the brother Asif said, different groups, they have their own knowledge sharing, monthly or weekly Zoom sessions where we discuss about how business is evolving, the new things that is happening, the changes, how we face the change, what's working for others, which might possibly work for us as well. So no one would waste their time reinventing the wheel. It's already the wheel is already there. We kind of customize it the way we want, right? So that's one of the reasons why it's so important that you work with a larger community, so that you have the support. You don't have to struggle all by yourself. Life doesn't happen, life is not a rosy thing. It doesn't happen, good things doesn't happen every day, but sometimes as business owners we have days, good days and bad days as well. So sometimes when you don't have a particularly good day in your business, at least you have the community who's achieving a lot. You can go there and get in touch with them, appreciate what they are doing, root for them, cheer them up. And then the other people's success also drives us and keeps us motivated. And one good thing I've seen in the community is that we are not competing against each other. We are supporting each other. That's why we are trying to propel up each other, so that all of us can prosper and benefit from the business. So there's absolutely no competition amongst us. That's one of the reasons why we are generously donating our time, spending our time educating and helping others as well. So that community spirit I have not seen anywhere else for the minor. I think we are also reaching our usual time frame, 30 minutes time frame, for the minor. And
Yep.
I would like to thank Sister Hira and also Brother Asif for dedicating their time. Really appreciate it. And I would hand over the session to Brother Minor to do some closing remarks, so that and then close this session.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time, Sister Hira, Brother Asif, and Brother Amin. So, from my perspective, as far as the community goes, so I think this particular business model stands out in the crowd just because of the community. Because I am aware of various business models where you see that there is a guru, there is a mentor, and that's it. I mean, there is no, and they hold more or less all the power and the knowledge. There is no decentralization. So what happens that if you're part of it, there is, I mean, how much a person can handle. So that's what is they're stuck. I mean, they cannot scale their business. They can launch, and many of these business platforms, they have started even earlier than our business model. It's nearly 6 years, but I know business models that has started like 10 years, but they have grown to maybe 1,000, 2,000 members. So what is the reason? The reason is because it's just one person. They cannot handle. They do not have a system where it would be growing like 100K members. So we have evolved as the Brother Asif said, that we evolved accordingly as members coming. We built in the system. People started sharing their knowledge and the strategies, and that's how it has grown. And this is why this business has grown so much. Because from my experience, even when my mentor and coach is busy, I send message to multiple coaches, and I have developed of this relationship over a time. So I don't need to wait for them to get back to me for a particular in a critical time. So I can actually I have access to help from them. So, and that solved my problem instantly. So I think we are nearly close to the session. Just one thing I wanted to mention is the personal developmental program here. Actually, we missed that, but nevertheless, I would shortly address that. Here, we also develop a gratitude mentality. People grow a lot personally in this business model. Most of us haven't probably done something what we are doing, that is talking, working in the digital space, but we do have various internal programs which helped us grow to where we are today. So now I'd like to close the session. Viewers, if you found value in this session, if you really want change in life, you have to take action. And without taking action, you'd be remaining exactly where you are year after year. And I think it's fine to be skeptical. That's fine. We all have been there. We were skeptical, but you cannot be blind to all the opportunities that are presented to you. There are obviously a lot of things in the online space that is actually real. And this business is a taxable business. This is a legit business. If you're really serious, if you're looking for an online business, then look no further. This is the platform to go to. So I'm just going to put the links here. So to educate our viewers, we hold weekly webinars at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is 12 p.m. AEST on Wednesdays and Fridays. If you can join the live webinar, that's well and good. Join live. If you can't join, then no worries. We would send you the replay webinar link. There are 4 different links. You can go either of these. register with your name and email, and then we would see you on the other side. So wherever you are, stay safe and stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for
Walaikum
having
salam,
us.
and thank you all.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.